Jackie and I pretending we just saw that intro video that you guys all saw. Hey, welcome to the Social Space, your brand new Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. show about Wichita Falls and all that and the whole wide world.
And the whole wide world.
And we're social distancing. Jackie and I are showing you. Jackie, I'm at 8 feet here.
We're good.
We're good. So we're allowed to be around. Everyone else would normally be, we're just crazy enough to launch a show where we put seats right by each other.
Yeah.
And nobody's allowed to be by each other. So we have our panel via Zoom.
Amen for Zoom.
Can we introduce ourselves first, Jackie? Hey, this is Jackie Hoegger.
Yeah.
She's our leader, our fearless leader here at Hoegger Communications. And
thank you.
We're putting on this show. I'm Eric Crossland. I used to host that other show. And if you stay tuned, you might see some of those people.
That's right.
Later in this episode. Can we go ahead and pull up everybody over here so we can see our panel? Now, Jackie, one of these people is also one of our guest hosts.
Yes.
But since we're not allowed to be, around each other right now.
That's right.
He's via satellite, and that's third from the top. That's Andrew Bell right there.
Hey, Andrew.
Another employee of Hoegger who is a host of this show, but we just don't be near us right now.
That's right. Safety first, my friend.
Everyone else here, our guests, they have one quality that I think they all three share. All three of these people are who they are, whether they're on camera or off camera.
Bingo.
There's no different versions of them. Who they are is who you get. Starting from the top, that's our small business owner, Jessica Edwards from Frank and Joe. She's going to be talking about the impact of this pandemic on their business, what they're doing to get through it. Next down there's Henry Florsheim. He's the CEO and president of the Chamber of Commerce. And he's going to tell us what they've been up to during all this business.
He's been busy.
And down there at the bottom, right there, our mayor, our leader, Stephen Santellana. And we're starting with you.
Everybody.
We're starting with you, Stephen.
Yes.
So we're not going to just we're going to do the show a little different for a few weeks here,
Right.
And we're not going to skirt around the issue. We're all dealing with weird times right now, and we're going to start this first segment with Stephen down there. Stephen, gosh, remember when we were doing ribbon cuttings at Hamilton Park openings and times were just footloose and fancy free?
They were good times back then.
Not so fun being the mayor now. So, Stephen, we've all been watching your city council meetings. We're all sheltering in place now till May 5th. I see what you guys have been doing over there at city council meetings. Everybody's spread out. How's all that working for you guys?
The council meetings it's strange. You would know better than anybody how much coordination it takes just to get the audio working, the video working, everything streaming perfectly, cameras on the right people. You basically took all that and you threw it in the trash.
You said I did?
Yeah.
You didn't throw it in the trash. We had to throw it in the trash.
Oh, okay.
And now we had to separate. So only 3 people up on the dais. We have the other 3 counselors down below, and the staff all spread apart, and then all the public, of course, is out in the hallway waiting to come in from a different microphone, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But we've weeded through it all, and I think we've got a pretty good process down now. It is still a different situation because our last council meeting, we had to have them email their comments in, so there's no more dialogue. It's just basically the city clerk emailing that, and she reads whatever problem they may have, and then we're just trying to answer it. And then, of course, getting back to them via email or face-to-face through Zoom or whatever we can do, try to get that resolved. So the pace of government that was already just not blazing fast, it just got a little bit slower. And my main concern was whether or not, one, is that legal? And the state of Texas says, yes, with this pandemic, we're going to make that legal for you to do this. And 2, are citizens really going to have a voice in government? And so far, so good. People are very pleased with what we're doing. And I think with the accommodations that we're making for them, things are getting answered. Although not face-to-face, not instantly when they're asking that question, but we are having the ability to get back with them and work with them one-on-one, via email or phone calls or through Zoom, whatever form we can do it right now. So it is different. It's a strange time right now, but I think we're making it work.
Yeah, and I was there for 7 years, Jackie, and what I always tell people anyway is you want to get to your city councilors and your mayors before these meetings. So showing up to talk at the meeting when we're supposed to be social distancing is not the best idea anyway, but you want to call and email the mayor or the city councilors or beforehand anyway, right?
That's the biggest deal is, you know, a lot of people come in there at the last minute and they just kind of, I call it drop the bomb on you. You know, a lot of things can be resolved, just a quick phone call. I have always put my phone number on the website and on the internet. I never regretted that until this situation. And I have never in my life have ever received this many text messages and phone calls ever. I'm not saying I regret it, but at some point I've got to get, you know, other business done. I have family business and actual business is done. So I'm trying to answer these just fast and furious. And Eric knows better than anybody. I really take pride in answering those emails and those phone calls, but you know, midnight, 1 o'clock, at some point you have to shut it off. And you would think people would respect that, but when people are in panic mode, when businesses are at risk and you don't know if you can go outside, you have children, you have an elderly mother, they're trying to get information anywhere where they can. So they're blasting out text messages and emails to everybody. Well, and of course, in this,
you have young children too. Right. You know, people forget that the mayor's a father as well. You know, he's got to take care of those things. We're getting to the end of this segment. This is going to fly by, Jackie. Yeah. I'm telling you. Stephen, before we go, has anyone talked about, for the 7 years that I saw every single city council meeting, I didn't miss a one, we always talked about, I don't know, you know, we balanced that general fund, and I don't know how much, I didn't pay that close attention. Is it 20 million? Is it 50 million? There's a floor we never spent, and we always said we were saving that for a rainy day if we got another terrible Tuesday, a tornado. Has there been any discussion at all of peeling off a couple mil from that general fund and giving it to small businesses to pay rent or anything like that?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that general fund's already obligated. And, you know, the state of Texas lets us know exactly what we can spend that money on. We collect it, and we have to be good stewards of it, and then disperse it legally. Looks like the federal government's really shoring up the community. You know, right now we had a huge problem with our community healthcare center. Financial, you know, really being financially strapped. They just got $1 million plus. And then, of course, all the other small businesses were all applying for the PPP loans. There's another grant out there. But, you know, as far as the city, I think there's a limited amount of things that we can do. But I think we're digging deep and really trying to ask permission for anything that we can do. The problem is we're going to be in the exact same situation. Projects are going to get scrapped. You know, we're not hiring freeze. There's going to be some furloughs. I mean, you got to imagine the situation that we're going to be when all this clears. And I just don't know yet, but I just don't think we're going to be in any position to help a lot of people out. We're hoping that the state comes through and the federal government comes through with a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks. That is all the time we got for this segment.
That was good. Thank you for the update, Mayor.
So when we go into commercial, this is a little industry speak, Jackie. These are these little videos that play in and out of commercials are called bumpers. Okay. And we're asking the audience, we're going to want you to send us your own videos at this graphic here. We're looking for pets. We're looking for military shout-outs. We're looking for kids saying the darndest things. Yes. And well, if you pay attention real closely, you're going to see some of my old co-hosts from the Old That City show on some of these bumpers. In fact, we're going to see from, and we're wanting nonprofit shout-outs. The first one is coming from one Jenica Lambert in Riverbend Nature Center. We'll see y'all when we come back with The Social Space.
Hey Riverbend fans, I'm here to tell you to talk about one of my favorite animals. This is Buttercup. She's one of our rats here at Riverbend. So, why are rats awesome? They're very intelligent animals. They are very social creatures that like to hang out together. They bond with people. They like to give people kisses.
We're on call 24/7. We're the guys you don't think about until you have a problem. We are James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing. The leaking faucet, the broken AC, the busted pipe, yeah, that was fun. Anywhere the job calls us is where we'll be. James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
We grew up here.
Raised our families here.
Grew our business here.
We've been here during hard times.
And the fun times.
And as we look to the future,
one thing is for sure.
We are still together while apart.
All right, Rob, the boss has asked us to come up with a PSA about hand washing. What's your ideas?
We can.
It doesn't matter. So we're gonna go with a montage of just up-close shots of common things that people touch every day. Sound good?
Yeah, that was my idea, but.
Okay, cool. Let's knock it out, man. We don't have time today.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for helping me get those shots, man. Before I get out of here and edit this, did I miss anything on email?
Let me check real quick. Yeah, typical Outlook not responding.
Bro, did you wash your hands today?
Son of a.
All right. Jackie, we're back.
we're back.
The social space. And
Yeah.
what you just saw was another former alum of this is the spiritual successor to that city show. You just saw Benjamin Rimmer
We
in his
did.
military minute, all about washing your hands. All right, next up, we're going to talk to Henry Florsheim
Yes.
over there at the chamber. Henry, you guys have been working at home for a while now. Have you put on your quarantine 15 yet? I know I'm put on 10 so far.
Yeah, that's the COVID-19, right?
Is that what it actually is?
This past week, not because I wanted to run, but oh my God, when the most walking you do is from the bathroom to the office,
fridge,
and you're not getting out of your car and you're not running around, it's funny how it takes a toll on you.
I'm getting so fat. So Henry, how long have y'all been working at home now, the chamber?
I think it was March 18th was the first day we went home. So we're pushing a month now.
Yeah, you guys were proactive on that.
They've been troopers. You know, we got a job to do, and they're still doing it, whether it's working with our members or planning for events, even if they're virtual events now, or our economic development team. And so it took us a little while just to get used to it. But we're doing staff meetings every morning using Zoom so we can connect, even if it's just for 15 minutes to lay out the day and talk about what's coming next. And then we spend the rest of the day engaging with our business community and our elected and appointed leaders, trying to figure out what we need to do next. You know, our job is to grow a better, stronger Wichita Falls. And so right now, one of our biggest roles is just making sure people are aware of the resources that are out there, of how the changes to the city and the county's ordinances affect their businesses, and what people can be thinking about doing just to get through this situation.
Jackie, did you see the business after hours they conducted via Zoom?
I did, but you know what I am most impressed with? I wake up every morning and I watch Henry on video, and I have all the information I need to know for the day.
Yeah, I love your updates. He even
I love
summarizes the 5-hour city council
He
meeting.
does. You can sum it up in about 2 minutes, and he hits the high points, and I know what's going on for the day. Henry, that's really valuable information for the city, and I know that's a dutiful thing that you get up and do every morning, and I think the city really appreciates that. I do.
Jackie, thank you. We knew that there was a need to really simplify that message that's coming out of city council. And so we're able to do that in a way that the city can't always do and can't do immediately. And so it's an easy way to share a lot of stuff that's happening, not just what's going on at government, but we talk a lot about good news stories, about who's out there doing something interesting, who's out there trying to generate some cash flow or trying to help others in a unique way. And we can easily spread that story. And so y'all know as much as I do that video nowadays is as popular as anything. It's a good way to get the message out. And so we started doing that right, as soon as we got stationed at home, and we're going to keep doing that. So I'd encourage everybody to just keep sharing your stories with us. Tell us what you're up to, whether it's something you need or something special that you're doing, and we'll help get the word out.
So Andrew, you've have explained to our team meetings on our Zoom how our clients are even asking how to get involved in the community.
Yeah, right, Jackie. I mean, yesterday we had a really good phone call with a particular business here in town, and he was, we were working together and navigating through some ideas just to help the community. He wasn't looking for any type of profit out of this deal. We were just discussing ways that he could make some sort of impact with the community and bring a sense of hope and a sense of togetherness. And it's very interesting to see the clients that really want to give themselves to this community. Henry, have you seen any businesses come together like that and bring joy to our community in Wichita Falls?
Yeah, we've seen a lot, and that's some of what we're sharing every morning on our Facebook page. It's just the challenges right now they change every day, and the programs are changing. The rules are changing, and so it's really hard to keep up. And so we're trying to make sure people know what's going on. And we're also looking, you asked earlier about the mayor in terms of what can be done for small business. We're trying to figure out if there's any way to use our existing economic development funding to help small business. And we're not there yet. We're still trying to figure that out. And so it's been pretty encouraging to see what everybody's been up to. You know, there's a new restaurant across from the mall that hadn't even opened up yet, and they've been soliciting donations for groceries, and I think they had 400 cars in line the other night to pick up stuff. Bricktown donated their entire freezer and cooler worth of food to this restaurant across the street from them for people to come pick up who are needy. And you see that stuff going on all over town, all over the entire region, actually. And it's pretty encouraging, because really, we got to help each other get through this more than anything.
Yeah, we sure do. All right, hey, thanks, guys. We appreciate it. We're just jamming through here, Jackie. We've got one more segment to get to. We're going to talk to the one and only Jessica Edwards when we come back, and the rest of you guys. Thanks for hanging in there. We want people to send in their videos of their cute pets, Jackie, to this address right here that you will see. And now we've got one, Nicole Welch, showing off her cute puppy to get us started. That's Polly Pocket. We will see you when we come back.
Right now, you can get the all-new 2020 Ram 1500 for 0% for 84 months and no payments for 90 days. With approved credit through Chrysler Capital, call today and we can deliver to you.
The commitment at 4 Stars Auto Ranch. Experience it. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there's an insurance company based far away whose job is to minimize your losses in order to maximize their profits and executive bonuses. If you or someone you know in our community is injured in an accident, it's our job to help. And let's just say we take it seriously.
The Altman Legal Group has been based right here in our community for over 40 years. Fighting for folks injured in our community is all we do, and we are proud of what we do. And for us, it's serious.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Hey, welcome back to the social space, Jackie. Right, what you saw right there was a beautiful, cute kid singing "Send Us Your Cute Kids." We want to see that. Wasn't that something?
That was pretty great.
It was chilling.
Yes.
If you got cute kids, send us video. If your kids aren't that cute, go ahead and send them in anyway. All right, we have had, this is Jackie Hoegger, of course, our leader. I'm Eric Crossland. We've got Andrew Bell. He's the third one down. He's also going to be sitting in one of these chairs when things get back to normal.
Yep.
And with us, if you're just joining us, in the first segment, we had our mayor, Stephen Santellana, talking about the things the city's been doing to get through this. I'll look at this camera. And Henry Florsheim from the chamber, he was up next, and he talked to us all about oh, we're getting a gift from Zoom. Running out of time.
Isn't that
We've removed
nice? We need a gift.
We got a gift from Zoom. Yeah. We got Henry Florsheim up here from the chamber telling us all about that. And the third person we have here, we wanted a small business owner to come on, and we were thinking, who's the smallest, busiest owner that we know? Jessica Edwards.
Jessica.
So you've been, how are you, I know you've got a couple of rambunctious young lads. Have you been stuck at home with a couple of young boys?
I'm telling you, this homeschool thing is like a whole nother level. So if teachers, I don't know, I think they should all solicit for raises, and we need to give every teacher a raise.
Yeah, you said you sent yours next door, huh?
I locked my back door. I locked my front door just to make sure that I had a moment of quiet to do this and not have it be all crazy for you guys.
Awesome. So Jessica, we all know you and your mother Carol own Frank and Joe's. How did y'all change things up for? I know y'all are doing more curbside, more to go.
Yeah, so many things. I mean, you would think that your mind was almost tapped out after doing business for just like a certain amount of time, but you have to constantly reinvent the wheel. Yes. And so just some new things that we've been doing. I don't know if you guys have driven by Kemp, and we have gotten with Card My Yard and have just put out some positive messages. I think people are just so tired of seeing negativity and the media and things like that. So that was one thing that we really wanted to do. Just letting our customers know that we're open has also been really difficult for us, and I know really difficult for other small businesses because they assume that the big guys are always open, but I don't know if they would assume that a small business is going to be open. So we have done a lot of emails, lots of Facebook. We have people standing outside. I mean, really anything and everything that you can think of, in addition to sanitizing every hour and just coming up with new and different ideas every single day.
So let's not forget to the public that Jessica, not only does she own Frank and Joe's, she does own Primp and Blow, both which are located in Parker Square. Jessica, what I am most impressed with is your grit. I mean, you just don't know what giving up really means. And I think so many great things are going to come out of this, so many great stories, so much love, but I'm so impressed with your grit. And I just want you to know that. And not only do you make the best coffee and the best fit fraps, but that drive-through is open. So you've got to go to the grocery store and you've got to go to the pharmacy. It's just as easy to slide through that drive-through on the way, you know?
Right, and we are making it faster. We have kind of Chick-fil-A style iPads out there taking orders nice. So that there's less, I guess, touching interaction is, I guess, the only way I can kind of describe that as. And then, I know my family personally, we've been living off of these little kits that businesses are doing because there's only so much around your house that you can entertain your kids with. And so we just started one of those with hot chocolate. And I mean, that is something we would have never even thought of, but I'm messaging my team like, how are we going to make a hot chocolate kit just to do something different and keep those kids entertained.
Jessica,
but yeah, I was just using this to kind of talk more to Stephen because I know his phone's blowing up. I'm like, hey, how can I do this bride's hair and makeup when they call me crying because I can't do their hair and makeup for their poor wedding? I feel so bad.
Jessica, what advice through your passion and grit would you give to other businesses out there that maybe are closed at the moment? What advice would you give them being a small business owner?
I think the chamber is putting out tons of great resources right now. So I know I've been following along with those, making sure that you're applying for that economic development. What is it called, Henry? Economic development.
It's the economic injury disaster loan.
Okay, so making sure that you've applied for that. I know personally we have not seen any money from that yet. We're also working on the Paycheck protection loan, which is 2.5 times your monthly payroll. So 2.5 times your monthly payroll. We're working on that with our bank right now, which will hopefully be done soon. So they need to definitely be doing that. I know TWU is giving out some loans for women-owned businesses that are up to like $10,000 a loan, or it's not even a loan, it's actually a grant. So I think just looking at different resources and using each other, especially right now with small businesses really connecting with each other. I don't know if you guys have seen that as much as, me actually being in there, all of us should have kind of seen that. But the business owners connecting with other business owners have been so big right now and so important to me. And then along with all of these pages that people are putting out there for how to support people in small business and the COVID-19 pages everywhere and just all the updates. I think you almost have to use all of the information, pick and choose what's important to you and how it's relevant to you, and then move forward with that.
Well said. All right. Jackie, that's all the time we got.
That was great.
How fast did that go?
It went fast.
You guys got time for another half hour? I'm just kidding. We don't have time. We don't have time. We got whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those boys are banging on the window.
Call CPS on her.
Hey, they're next door they're next door. We've
Really
been quarantined together. I probably should not have just said that like that. But.
Well, and Henry, we know you have 73 children. How's that?
What's the go-to drink at Frankie Joe's during COVID-19?
Bangs. Okay, so our chargers are, have y'all had a charger yet? It's a Bang energy drink that we modify with like syrups and sauces and glitter, and it has no coffee in it. So people who are not into coffee, it doesn't taste like coffee, but that drink will hype you up. If you want it.
You can always go for the Southern Dr. Pepper with an extra shot of espresso.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
that stuff is
Yeah.
your hair stand up.
All right. Hey, thanks, guys. As soon as we get back to normal, we're going to have all of y'all back
Yes.
at some point to actually sit in our new beautiful studio.
Yes.
But we sure do appreciate y'all zooming out. Who's wearing pants? Who's not? I happen to know Jessica's not.
I'm gonna say.
I have shorts on.
All right. Well, thank you. We're going to be on every week, 10:30, right here on KAUZ and other around the webs, Jackie. And we
Amen.
appreciate you guys for being our first guests. And we'll see you guys next time on the social space.
Yay!